Hi, hello. Welcome to JB Talks. JB Talks is a holistic program conducted by students. As a part of health hygiene interviews, today we are having Dr. Rupa Rani ma'am to give a brief introduction about oral hygiene in our day-to-day life.
Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rupa Rani. I am working as a senior lecturer in Department of Public Health Dentistry in Sri Balaji Dental College and Hospital. Today we are conducting a small Q&A session in collaboration with JBIIT.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking some time off from your busy schedule. Let's start our interview. Ma'am, how is it most important to have oral hygiene in our day-to-day life?
So oral hygiene is very important because healthy mouth is a healthy body. That is the theme of World Oral Health Day for 2024. So it is not just about 32 teeth. It is like we have to maintain our oral hygiene. So that is very important because it will reflect our general health as well. So it is important to maintain our oral hygiene.
Ma'am, how often should we take a dental checkup?
So normally it is recommended that 6 months, for every 6 months we should have a dental checkup. So if you are at high risk, it is like 3 to 6 months. So for every 3 to 6 months, for high risk in the sense they have like any habit, smoking or alcohol problems or any underlying diseases, medical conditions like diabetes or hypertension or they are on any medications. So we recommend that like they are like high risk. So we recommend them like for every 3 to 6 months they should have a routine dental checkup.
Okay, ma'am. What are the basic activities should we follow in our daily life to maintain a good oral hygiene?
So as everyone knows, it is like first and foremost thing is brushing. So brushing twice daily, and it is very important to brush twice daily. Every one of us are aware that we should brush twice daily, but we don't follow. So it is important that we brush twice daily. That is once after we wake up and before we sleep. So 2 times a day we should brush. That is one thing. And then flossing. So most of us doesn't know that we should also floss because brushing doesn't clean the interdental areas, that is in between the teeth.
Okay.
So for that purpose we need floss. So that is like small thread which we use. With that we also clean our interdental areas, that is in between the teeth. Okay. So that is one thing. And then regular rinsing is also recommended. So whatever you eat, anything, any food, any snacks or anything, you have to rinse your mouth. Okay, that is like basic thing that we can follow. Every one of us can follow that. Basic rinsing is one thing. So we shouldn't allow the food to stay on our teeth for longer time. So that will cause problems, that will cause cavities, that will cause all the other problems, oral health problems.
Ma'am, today the major issue is tooth sensitivity. What does the main reason cause the tooth sensitivity?
So tooth sensitivity, because as for adults, for young adults, it is mostly because of this carbonated drinks, that is like soft drinks, the cool drinks which you call. So that is the main reason that will cause erosion for the teeth. That is the enamel layer will erode because of this, like they are acidic. Most of this Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Thumbs Up and all, because people are addicted to those soft drinks. So that is, you have to reduce the consumption of those things, those carbonated drinks, beverages. So because of that, the enamel, the topmost layer of the tooth will have 3 layers, enamel, dentin and pulp. So that enamel is the topmost layer. So that will get eroded and that will cause sensitivity in the teeth. That is one reason. And also, most of you don't follow proper brushing technique and also proper brush. So aggressive brushing also can cause teeth sensitivity. So that is the main reason. So whenever you have this tooth sensitivity problem, so you should visit a dentist and follow the according treatment.
Ma'am, at what age should a child first meet a dentist?
So that is like when his or her first tooth erupts. That is mostly between the 6 to 8 months. So 6 months is the recommended. First 6 months of age, the child should have his first dental experience.
Okay.
Even though they have problem or they do not have problem, when the first tooth erupts, the child should visit a dentist. The parents should be aware that they should take their child to a dentist.
Ma'am, how often in a year should we get our teeth cleansed?
So cleaning is like, it is basic basic thing, because most of us don't follow proper brushing technique. So because of that, the food or the plaque, we call calculus, tartar, many names. So all these deposits will cause problems in the teeth. So you should get regular, like recommended one is for every individual it is 6 months. Once in a 6 months we should get our teeth clean.
Okay.
For high risk people it is 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
For normal individual it is 6 months. But if you maintain your oral hygiene, if you follow proper brushing technique, flossing, tongue cleaning, everything, then it is like you can wait for 1 year also. For once in a year also you can get it done.
The woman faces any dental problems during her pregnancy, what do you do, ma'am?
So it is like we should be aware that before planning pregnancy we should get a dental checkup done, because in pregnancy, because of these hormonal changes, body will undergo so many hormonal changes. So because of that they'll have problems will start in the gums. So first problem. So that's why before before they're planning with the pregnancy, they should go and get the dental checkup done, so that if they have any problem they should get the treatment done. Because in pregnancy they'll become more severe. The problems which are there earlier, that will become severe, and that will start causing pain in the pregnancy because of hormonal changes. So if you before planning pregnancy, if you undergo the dental checkup, you will know what are the problems you have, and then we can do the treatment accordingly. And in pregnancy we can't treat. In first and we'll have 3 trimesters in pregnancy, first, second, third. So in first and third trimester, that is first 3 months and last 3 months, we can't treat. In second trimester we can treat if it is emergency, if it is causing severe pain and she is unable to eat anything, so then we can treat. So in the second trimester it is safe to undergo dental treatment. But that is the reason why we ask that like every one of should be aware that we should undergo dental checkup prior to planning pregnancy, and then we should undergo the treatments also, whatever we have, whatever problems we have for that.
Okay, ma'am, let's go with the last question. Ma'am, what are the activities can we do at home to maintain a good oral health?
So basic activities, as I already told you, that is brushing. Brushing and flossing is one thing. So brushing twice daily, and the brush, it is like what is the best toothbrush means, it is soft bristle toothbrush and which is comfortable for you. So toothbrushes will have different sizes and shapes. So which are based on your oral cavity size, so you should select your brush. But bristles is what recommended bristles thickness is soft bristle toothbrush. So that you should take. And then size of the toothbrush is according to the your comfort, like how because you have to like start from the last 3 teeth and then start brushing, covering all the surfaces. So you should be able to move the brush comfortably in your mouth. So size of the head size of the head of the toothbrush is according to your comfort, but soft bristle brush is the recommended toothbrush according to the ADA. And then brushing twice daily and for 2 to 3 minutes, not more than that. And we should use only the peanut size amount of toothpaste, just a peanut size amount. So we have a habit of putting the toothbrush all along putting the toothbrush all along the toothbrush, right? So it is not recommended. So we just have to put a peanut size amount of toothpaste on our toothbrush, and just 2 to 3 minutes we have to brush. And we have to also floss at least once a day to clean the interdental areas. Brushing will remove the debris or bacteria on the surfaces of the tooth, on the upper surfaces and sideways, but not in between the teeth. So for that we need flossing.
Okay.
And then tongue cleaning is also, most of us neglect tongue cleaning. So we have to do, so oral cavity is not just teeth, we also have tongue, we have gums and everything. So we have to maintain all those things also. So for tongue we need either use tongue scrapers, or we can brush with the toothbrush itself. If we are comfortable, we can brush with the toothbrush, or else we also have toothbrushes with tongue cleaners at the back. So with that also we can scrape our tongue. So we should never neglect the tongue cleaning part. So we have to do tongue cleaning also, because tongue is the area where most of the bacteria accumulates. So that will also cause bad breath, that will also cause bacteria, and that will also cause dental problems. So that's why we need to do tongue cleaning also regularly. And after eating any meal or any sweet, any chocolate, we should rinse our mouth with the water. We should consume lot of water. Water is like, every doctor will tell you this, that we should consume a lot of water. So it is good for not only like general health, it is also good for oral health. Consuming lot of water is one important thing. And also one thing we should avoid is if we want to consume sweets or chocolates, we should consume along with the meals. That is, with the food we can have with the lunch or like that, but not in between. Like we should, like after having lunch or dinner, after 1 hour, we can't have chocolates and sweets. That will cause more damage than having them along with the lunch or breakfast or dinner. Okay, along with food we can have sweets and chocolates, not giving so much gap and then having. So that will cause more damage. That is one thing. So these are the general things you can follow at home.
Ma'am, what is the most prescribed toothpaste by you?
Fluoridated toothpaste. So it is fluoride toothpaste. Fluoride is important because it has anti-caries property. So that's why for adults we should use every day the fluoride toothpaste. So normal Colgate toothpaste is a fluoride toothpaste. Most of the toothpaste are fluoride toothpaste, Pepsodent, Colgate, everything. So we'll have mostly 600 to 1000 ppm is the recommended amount of fluoride that we have to take. So fluoride toothpaste. So normal, mostly there is no no toothpaste this is the best toothpaste we can say, but any fluoride toothpaste which is suitable for you, because a few people will not allergic to some of the contents of the toothpaste. So that's why we should use it. Then only we can find it good. We can use it, but we recommend fluoride toothpaste. Any fluoride toothpaste is good because it has anti-caries properties.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing valuable information with us. Nice to meet you, ma'am.
Thank you. So this is the toothbrush. We should hold our toothbrush at a 45 degrees angulation in between teeth and gums, and we should start from last teeth, 3 teeth, and we should move like this, back and forth, small circles, front and back. Okay, 3 teeth at a time. So this is the outer surface. We have to brush from here to this side slowly, and then similarly on the lower side also, placing the brush at 45 degrees angulation and 3 teeth at a time. Small vibratory strokes, small circles for front and back. So this is outer surface. Then we have this upper surface and then inner surface. So we should cover all 3 surfaces. So here just front and back. And inside same, like how I said, small circles, 3 teeth at a time. So we should start from one side and we should move to the other side. And then the inside, this surface is just like this. Here also, like this. And then we will have tongue, so we should brush our tongue also in back and front motions.